He just knocked out Bo Nickal. But here's why Reinier De Ridder isn't celebrating, and why he thinks Nickal will be a monster in 3 years. Despite scoring a statement when over Bo Nickal at UFC Des Moines, Reinier De Ridder made it clear he doesn't see Nickal's first professional loss as any sort of exposure or derailment of his hype. On the contrary, De Ridder showed genuine respect for the rising prospect, calling the idea that Nickal was exposed short-sighted. He acknowledged the immense pressure and attention surrounding Nickal due to his stellar wrestling pedigree and undefeated run, but maintained that the loss was more a reflection of his own performance than any major flaw in Nickal's skill set. Rather than pile on criticism, De Ridder took the high road and spoke confidently about Nickal's future, saying that with time and experience, he'll grow into a dominant force in the UFC. In fact, De Ridder predicted that Nickal will evolve into a major threat within the next few years, stating, "In 3 years, he's going to be a fucking killer. He's going to run through everybody." Asterisk for De Ridder, this was the perfect time to face Nickal, before he fully matures into the dangerous fighter he's destined to become. Before we dive deeper into what's next for both fighters, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the latest breakdowns and updates on the UFC's rising stars. Reinier De Ridder's response to Bo Nickal's loss was marked not by gloating, but by empathy and encouragement. Having been humbled by defeat himself in the past, De Ridder shared personal insight into how a fighter can mentally process a tough loss. He encouraged Nickal to step away from the noise, advising him to put his phone in another room for 2 days, spend time with his loved ones, and come back refreshed. A strategy he believes will help Nickal weather the wave of criticism that often follows a hyped fighter's first defeat. De Ridder drew a clear line between confidence and arrogance, noting that while he's crossed it before, he never sensed that kind of ego in Nickal's approach. In his view, Nickal was humble and grounded coming into the fight. Now, according to De Ridder, the path forward depends entirely on Nickal's mindset, whether he uses the loss as a stepping stone or writes it off as a fluke. But given Nickal's championship pedigree in wrestling and the mental strength required to reach that level, De Ridder expressed full faith in Nickal's ability to learn, grow, and come back stronger. In a gesture of respect that extended beyond the octagon, De Ridder even floated the idea of training together in the future. Despite being affiliated with different camps, Kill Cliff FC and American Top Team, he suggested they could work together low-key to sharpen each other's skills, a rare offer between two recent opponents. With his dominant knockout victory over Bo Nickal, Reinier De Ridder is looking to parlay the moment into bigger and more meaningful matchups. While Nickal wasn't ranked in the top tier of the UFC's middleweight division, his name carried significant weight due to his standout NCAA wrestling career and massive fan interest. De Ridder recognized that beating someone with Nickal's public profile, especially in such emphatic fashion, could serve as a launchpad for his UFC ascent. He might not be ranked in the top 5, but at least he's a top 5 name, De Ridder said, noting that in the eyes of American fans, Nickal was already considered a future star. By finishing him inside 2 rounds, De Ridder believes he made a strong statement, one that should elevate his own stock in the division. Now, he's setting his sights on a major fight that could propel him into title contention. Specifically, he called for a clash with former UFC middleweight champion Sean Strickland, a proven name with elite credentials. De Ridder hopes that his latest performance was enough to grab the UFC matchmaker's attention and secure that kind of high-stakes matchup for later this year. What do you think about De Ridder's advice to Nickal? Do you think he'll come back stronger? Or was this a sign of a flaw in his game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more UFC content.